You guys just played Norfolk, Virginia not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do you guys surf?
Surf?
Yeah.
We skate a lot, skateboard a lot.
Yeah.
No surfing, no. We're scared of the water, right?
I think I tried it once and there was too much shit going in front. Like I could see the coral and everything. It was freaky.
Yeah, there's stuff in there that will definitely eat you alive.
I didn't like it.
The downside of the ocean.
The ocean's just a bunch of dead stuff. It's disgusting.
They want to add to the salt.
I'm not kidding. It's gross.
This guy's over it right here. Check him out. Let me out. When is recess?
It is a little bit like school. A little like.
We actually have a Lotus energy drink back here, so.
There you go. See?
This guy, right?
Oh, he's already.
Yeah, well, you need another, man.
Shotgun, right?
Should run some monster.
Yeah, that's right. Use the monster, the bigger can.
Is this like community service? Did you do something? Alright, you gotta sit in.
He's a drummer.
Yeah.
So that's why he's bored. I get it. I'm a drummer too. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, see, if you started asking questions, we'd walk out right now. Of course, Dino's a drummer, but
He's not very smart either.
You guys have been playing, obviously, for a while. You played all over the place. Have you played that one just really kind of magical, spectacular show where you're like, damn, this is awesome?
yeah.
Alaska was crazy.
Glasgow?
Yeah, they were like starved for rock.
Yeah.
The background was amazing. There's mountains, you know. People were crazy.
It was actually Renata took a picture from front of house of this dude, big dude. There's big people in Alaska, stage diving, and it's just a perfect. He's like totally flat coming down to no one. Everyone, because he's so big, everybody's like this. But that show was so cool because it was actually the biggest event they have there is like the state fair. So we played the state fair, and it's 4,000 people or something like that. And they never had a band like us there, so security was lined up in front of the stage, and our crew guys said, get off the stage because you're standing in front of everybody. So once they did that, all the people just started coming up. It was just a crazy stage diving moment, and we must have had. I mean, they were like just full on brawling with security, and finally security's like, all right, whatever. It was
mostly
so much
chicks
fun.
up there
Mostly
too.
girls, yeah.
So that was crazy to see them so wild.
Yeah, brawling. That was probably one of the most memorable moments.
Yeah.
And I must say, all the chicks that were jumping off the stage too were like 6'4".
Yeah. It's kind of scary.
They grow up tall in Alaska.
Yeah. Actually, you could be in just any rock band and go to Alaska, and you'd have an amazing show.
Like Janice would probably have a good show.
You saw it there? They were ready to fight earlier, so I'm just saying.
Anytime you travel around in a van, that'll get you going.
Yeah, they've got a lot of practice fighting.
I want to ask you guys something. I always wanted to hear from you, and it's old news, so I apologize ahead of time. It's old ass news, but at the very kind of beginning of Chevelle, and I think it was something to do with a label or a distribution company or something. A lot of people thought you guys were a Christian band. What's the story behind that? I read stuff about it, but I always want to hear it from you.
There's no real story. When we first got signed to a label, it was an indie label actually here in Nashville. They were owned by a company that was a distributorship to Christian bookstores and everybody, and that was how it happened.
Just as simple as that, because you appeared amongst all the other Christian music. And
that was it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Not very.
What's your guys' take on like cats?
Well, I like calicos. Pete, what about you? You're an Absinian fan, right?
I really like to collect big old posters of leopards and adorn my dens with them. So I'm more into like the hunter, out in the wild cat.
I'm a house cat guy myself.
Yeah, you're down with like the domesticated.
I like to get myself a cat that has a lot of clumping. And I like to make folk art from the clumps of hair. I saw them at shows, so if any of you guys are looking for some earrings or possibly some shoe charms. I mean, you guys laugh, but they're pretty cool.
I try to be straight.
Speaking of animals, I like your hats off to the bull cover because apparently it's one of the times where the bull looks like he's gotten the best of the matador. He looks like he just is getting his ass trampled.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. That song actually is about animal cruelty, and the name of the record, Hats Off to the Bull, is essentially it's rooting for the underdog. So
We almost named it Horn Smells Like Poo.
Seen pictures of you guys on tour. It looks like you guys always have a real good time. I've seen like planking pictures and stuff like that.
that never happened.
No man, I've seen them. What do you think would be your favorite out of planking, horsemanning, T-boning? Are you currently developing new ones?
We're gonna now, right?
Yeah, now we're gonna have to come up with something new. It's all been done.
What's that?
Chevelling.
Chevelle? Yeah.
It means falling off the stage.
Oh yeah, jeez. That's happened a few times.
Yeah.
These lights are crazy that we have on the show. They're very disorienting. I almost fell off the stage twice in Norfolk, actually, 3 days ago.
Yeah, you can't see where the stage ends. It's just kind of.
What's the new hip craze like planking? Like, there's got to be something. Broom standing?
What is that?
Gee,
It
what
does it
do
by
you
itself anyway, so it's not like magic. I mean, it already.
Yeah.
Room stand.
Right.
You can knock it over, but then you can stand it back up.
Right.
Right? It's like amazing.
Wow, I
We're
did
gonna
not
work
see
on
that
that
coming.
Yeah.
I did not.
We'll come up with something really dumb.
Just credit Nashville for that.
Can you use a vacuum cleaner instead?
Yeah, you gotta call it chevelling.
All right.
Chevelling.
We'll come up with something.
We will.
Does anyone in our audience here have a question for Chevelle they'd like to ask? Raise your hand. I will come find you.
There you go.
How did you get the name Chevelle?
Well,
Many years ago.
long time ago.
Far, far away.
It wasn't a sports car, was it?
Yeah, we actually grew up with, a dad that builds hot rods. So Sam and I are real brothers, and Dean is a brother now. He married into the family. Anyway, we used to go to car shows, and when I was 16, that's when we actually named the band. And we had a show, and we just threw it on there, and it stuck. I mean, it's literally, we were in our teens. So
Yeah,
it's
never
been a
come
long
up
time.
with better. But you do, like, eventually the band makes the name doesn't make the band. Smashing Pumpkins is kind of a weird name. It's kind of a lame name, isn't it? No? Yeah. I know
I'm a huge fan, but yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So if the music's good, it'll make it cool. But although a Chevelle is a cool car, so we still like it, right?
That's what you should do. Just park convertible Chevelles outside of places with broomsticks standing up in them. That's Chevelle.
It's somebody blanking in front of it.
Which I drove a Cadillac here, but I posted on my Facebook I was in the Chevelle SS, so.
Mm-hmm. Nicely done.
Right on.
Does anybody here use any of that stuff?
Dream big.
Does anybody use Facebook or anything like that here?
Yeah.
You guys find that that's a good place for information on bands? No?
No.
It's pretty lame.
What about Twitter?
Twitter.
Better?
Twitter is better than any of them.
It's more accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, follow Dean and I on our personal accounts or the band Twitter too, because we try and keep up.